August 31st, 1997, just after midnight, Paris, France. Inside a tunnel beneath the city, a tragic event changed history forever. Princess Diana, one of the most loved women in the world, was involved in a devastating car crash. For decades, people have asked one question: what really happened that night? Using investigation reports and reconstructed timelines, this video explains the final journey, step by step. The final evening. During the summer of 1997, Diana was visiting Paris with Dodi Fayed. On the night of August 30th, they arrived at the Ritz Hotel. Outside, photographers waited for hours. Every movement attracted attention. Just after midnight, a plan was made to leave quietly, using a rear exit. The goal was simple: avoid the crowd. Shoo! Leaving the hotel. Approximately 12:20 a.m., Diana entered a black Mercedes-Benz. Inside the car were 4 people: the driver, Henri Paul, bodyguard Trevor Rees-Jones, Dodi Fayed, and Princess Diana. As the car pulled away, photographers began following. Motorcycles and cars moved behind them through the Paris streets. The driver accelerated. The chase had begun. Past speed through Paris. Paris city streets are designed for moderate speeds. The legal limit was 50 kilometers per hour. Investigators later estimated the Mercedes was traveling far faster, possibly more than double the speed limit. At high speed, reaction time shrinks, control becomes harder, and small mistakes become dangerous. Every second mattered. Insane! Entering the Alma Tunnel minutes later, the car approached the Pont de l'Alma tunnel. The road slopes downward before entering. Lighting suddenly changes inside the tunnel. Bright city lights disappear, replaced by artificial illumination. At high speed, this transition can affect depth perception. The margin for error becomes extremely small. This loss of control shortly after entering the tunnel. The driver lost control. Evidence suggests the vehicle swerved while moving at high speed. The car drifted across the roadway. Momentum made recovery impossible. Within seconds, the Mercedes collided with a concrete pillar. The impact was devastating. The crash, the force of the collision caused massive damage to the vehicle. Investigators later identified a critical safety factor: most passengers were not wearing seatbelts. Without restraint, the human body absorbs far greater impact forces. The bodyguard who wore a seatbelt survived. This detail became one of the most important findings of the investigation. Emergency services arrived quickly. Dodi Fayed and the driver died at the scene. Princess Diana was still alive but critically injured. Medical teams treated her inside the tunnel before transporting her to hospital. Doctors worked for hours to save her life. Despite every effort, she died in the early morning. News spread across the world within minutes. The investigation. French and British authorities launched detailed investigations. They examined forensic evidence, vehicle damage, witness reports, and medical data. The official conclusion identified several contributing factors: excessive speed, driver impairment, and intense media pursuit. Investigators found no evidence of deliberate foul play. The crash was ruled a tragic accident. Global impact. The world responded with overwhelming grief. Millions gathered in mourning. Flowers covered streets in London. Princess Diana had transformed the image of royalty through compassion and humanitarian work. Her death sparked global debate about privacy, fame, and media pressure. Legacy. Closing. More than 20 years later, the events of that night are still remembered. A journey lasting only seconds changed history forever. But Diana's legacy lives on, not through tragedy, but through kindness, empathy, and humanity. Her story continues to inspire generations around the world. One moment inside a Paris tunnel became a memory the world will never forget.